Hello, welcome back. We're going to play some 60 seconds Reatomized again. I'm trying to do some achievements, so these are what I've got so far. One of the things that I wanted to get today is there's an achievement called Get to the VIP Bunker, and I had to look a little bit about it. Basically, we need to get the cat, we got to get some food, but I also wanted to say, if you're new here, go ahead, like, subscribe, things like that, but also leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the video, how it can improve, things I could do better, or even some suggestions about some games I could play. I'd love to play them. Let's go ahead and start a new game and get this going. Do. Full atomized experience. We're just going to do this. I love playing as Ted. That's my guy. Let's begin the adventure. Now I got a race. The goal is I need a lot of food and water. That's one of the issues I'm going to run in because I have to give them like 4 of each, depending on what I have. So with this run, I want to get some people, but I want to get some food and water to be stocked up and ready. Nervous. Let's see what we got. If you grab her and just toss her. She's good at the tuba, you can tell. Okay, run and throw this. Let's go back and get all this food and water. Oh, come on, come on. Don't set me up now. Alright, we're just gonna rush through. Let's see what else we got. We got some food, gas mask because it's here. We'll get a game because we're gonna need a couple things extra. Watch the timer. Alright, we gotta stock up on food. There's the wife. Alright, I don't know where the son is. He's probably back in the bedroom playing. Okay, we gotta get the wife. We'll just run this way. Okay, let's go in here. Alright. I guess we'll just get the axe. I can't pick it up. Oh no, it takes 2 slots. I only had 1. The sun's in here. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's all I can get. I don't know if that'll be enough. I hope so. Now, let's dive in. I'm just hoping we got some pre-stock. Let's see what's going on. I got a couple extra things. That was nice. Got a couple extra things. That was nice. Got a lot of food and water though, so I got the goal. Let's see how much we have, and hopefully there's some more just with the pre-stock. All right, yeah, we should be set. So I guess we're gonna aim for the food because we got more food than the water. All right. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. Remember, hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We vaguely remember stashing some things into the shelter because there was no room for them upstairs. Turns out, being messy can really work in our favor. All right, cool. So I got the med kit. I was wanting to get that, and I didn't have the room. We'll sleep on cans. We'll talk to cans. Some of us already do. We got plenty of water. All right, let's see. Okay, so we got a decent amount of food. We're still going to scavenge. We need to find the cat. That's going to be the big deal. Shurkov, I think his name is. Alright, so let's just get it rolling. We need to get the cat, and then we need to try to get a knock on the door. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble, nothing. Mary's good. Everybody should be fine. Let's just go to the next one. Nobody's hungry. Nobody's thirsty. We're definitely going to send somebody out. Playing a game or two at night might be a good way to relieve the mood and get our minds off the problems of the day and tomorrow. And hey, playing games is good for you, so why not give it a try now and then? We do have the board game. Got the gas mask, and I grabbed the gun, so that should be good. I didn't get any bullets, so it's an empty gun. We thought playing a silent game would be good. The silence was too annoying, and we quickly stopped. Ted needs to drink. Mary needs to drink. Dolores needs to drink. Timmy also needs to drink. So day 5, we can give him some water. Who are we sending out? Timmy's always my little go-getter. I'm not sending him with nothing. I remember, if you watched the last episode, every time I sent him with something, he would just break it and come back with nothing. I think I literally got maybe, out of like 8 scavenges, I got like 2 items total, and it was like 2 cans of soup. Oh, it was rough. It was very, very rough. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Ted looks like he's a foot in the grave. Needs a drink. You're fine, buddy. She needs a drink. You're fine. She needs some water. You're fine. We can make it another day. You'll be alright. We don't have the map. I didn't get that one last time either, but I don't really want that. I want to get the cat. A guy with a bag, I think, is how you get the cat. Although we tried to decline politely, the guests were clearly offended. They galloped away. waving their wooden swords and screaming something about cutting down shrubberies. Absolutely crazy. Alright, so we're on the 5th. Let's go ahead and give everybody a drink. The problem is simple. If we don't wash ourselves, we'll get sick. Seriously sick. It smells really bad down here. Doesn't seem like it'll get any better over the next couple of days. How about we do something to fix it? We can do gas mask. Let's see what it does and try to remember that for next time. I gotta start locking these things in the brain. Gas mask didn't break. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. If we can survive just a little longer, dirty ears shouldn't be much of a problem. Just to be sure, dibs on the gas mask. Alright, they're not thirsty, not thirsty. Okay, Ted doesn't want to eat right now, but they do, so we could probably feed him on the 8th, and then Ted could probably wait till the 9th, because he's going to be hungry tomorrow, most likely. But let's try to hold off. We were discussing for our first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard yells outside. We discovered they came from a small group of ragged survivors. They were a sorry sight, and we weren't surprised that they requested aid. They asked us to provide anything we could, water, food, or medical supplies. I'm sorry. I'm keeping everything. We've got a goal. We've got a plan. We know what we're doing this run. We are aiming for Black VIP room, baby. Alright, let's see. We can tell our guests we're not thrilled by our refusal. Their tired eyes alone were enough to understand how much they needed those supplies. They did not beg, but simply turned around and left in an unknown direction. Maybe they'll have more luck elsewhere. Maybe. Alright, it's not the 8th yet, so we should be good. Ted's got till the 9th. We don't need to ration anything. Ever since we jumped into our fallout shelter, we've been wondering about that other door in the shelter. Should it even be here? Where does it lead? It's high time we checked it out. What if we did nothing? If I had a flashlight, I'd say use the flashlight, but I don't want to risk breaking the gun. Because if we use the gun, we can potentially scare off burglars. And we do have a med kit if we need to heal them. We don't need the med kit for the ending we're looking for. So I think we'll be okay. Let's see what's going on. We found the flashlight and a lock. Holy cow. Some things are better left untouched and unknown. Whatever's behind that door will have to stay there. We also stacked some furniture against it, just to be sure nothing and no one comes through it. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland safe and sound with us now. We used to visit our local cinema so often that we could travel there blindfolded. It wasn't that surprising. This was where our feet took us, almost without involving our brains in the process. When we recognized that the food stand sticking out from between the rubble, we were hoping to find some popcorn, but there was none. But there was tomato soup, and the dispenser still working. That's wild. If I went to a vending machine and it shot out cans of soup, I'd be mad. I'm like, that's not Dr. Pepper. The cinema had a strict policy of not bringing your own drinks into the movie hall. Seems somebody broke the rules a little. We found a lot of bottles in the last row of the hall, so we got more water. We're stocked up. Let me check something real quick. 1 second. Okay, yeah, we're fine with that. Okay. So we're stocked up on food and water. We also got the lock. We also got the flashlight. That's going to be good. His tummy is rumbling. Okay, so we could feed the mom, the daughter. Timmy needs stuff too. I can't remember what Timmy wanted. Hang on. What did he want? Okay, Timmy should eat something. He's really tired. He's not feeling well. Okay, so we'll let him eat. We got enough. We might as well just give Ted some too and just not risk it for the biscuit. Let's hold off on the med kit, just in case. Our neighborhood is still radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to the health right now. I'll do it, and I'll send Ted. He should be fine. Hear that? Noises come from below. This is probably the right time to check out the manhole in the corner. The one that's been locked tight ever since we got here. We got a flashlight, so let's give it a go. Let's see what's in the manhole with a flashlight. I am curious. Nothing's broken. What the hell? We barely made it out alive. It was a giant mutated crocodile or an alligator. Or something with a giant mouth and plenty of teeth. Is anyone hurt? No. Ted looks like he's in the grave. He might need a drink right now. I'm kind of nervous now because Ted... Well, no, he'll be fine. Little food. I just fed them. What's going on here? What's going on here? You know what? I'm benevolent. Let's give everybody something. Dolores is sick now. Why did Dolores get... She was hurt. Oh. We'll wait until it's, like, actually crucial. We'll hold on. And we're gonna send Mr. Ted. Do your duty, brother. You got this. Come back with a bunch of stuff. Let's see what we got going on. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. She's hurt. Might take a while before she gets better. That's fine. Timmy should eat something. Timmy, brother, you just asked. You just ate. You just ate. You just ate, man. We can't be burning through the supplies. So we're gonna hold off till the 12th at least for him. He'll be okay. I think it's because he's sick. He's getting hungry. As long as we have food and water, we can stay stocked. We don't have a radio. We'll be fine without. That cough is rough. Been there. If there's one thing we needed to use as a regular on a regular basis, we should attend to her injuries. Dolores, you did eat though. On the 12th, I'll feed Dolores and Timmy. Timmy keeps falling. Okay, Timmy's fine. She's not worried at all. She's not saying it. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking throw that to her because she's hurt. I'll do it tomorrow if I need to. I'll feed her and Timmy, and I'll give her the med kit, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, we don't have a radio. Sorry. Sorry, brother. Sneezing, coughing, getting germs everywhere. You sicko. You freaking sicko. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue on what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Is there anything? Okay. Alright, Dolores. Very thirsty to drink. Okay, we can give them something to drink on the 14th. We'll give her this. And we'll give them this. Turned out he had hurt his hand on a piece of rusty metal. The wound was infected. Okay, I'm kind of in a pickle. Let's give him this because he's got a thing. Alright, I'm glad I saved it so I can give that to him. It should fully heal him, I believe, even like the sickness and stuff. But Dolores is still injured though, so alright. Mary Jane's hungry. She keeps fainting. She really needs to find something to drink. Doctors, Dolores' wounds are pretty bad. Dolores is no longer hungry. Terrible shape. Okay, I'll go ahead and give them each water. Running a little bit low on that. A group of people dressed in green pajamas knocking on our hatch is not something that we anticipated, yet this is exactly what happened. Furthermore, they insisted they are merry men, wish to take from the rich and give to the poor. We're pretty poor, so... Okay, here's the thing. I know about the merry men. We are wealthy right now. We're not letting them in. If we were struggling, possibly. But they make me nervous. They will steal from us so quick. Okay, we got a phone call. We didn't answer those particular calls and kept the door locked until the noses faded away. We're not exactly sure what... sure we want those people to come back. They sounded harmless enough, but can harmless people be trusted in these troubled times? They might be worse than those who don't seem harmless at all. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. You'll be fine. Timmy still hasn't rested. No longer thirsty. No longer thirsty. Okay, so the girl can eat on the 16th. I don't know what to tell you about the healing thing. Atomic bomb. We had thought phones were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow. It seems it's ringing right now. Should we answer it? Yeah, send Timmy. Go get it, Mr. Timmy. Little Timmy. Oh, Ted. You poor fellow. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear the gasp of relief from the call. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby hill valley, and we started exchanging information. When the call was cut short, something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they'll get back to us. Ted safely returned. Pile of wrecks revealed that we stumbled across a big parking lot. Almost no cars survived the blast wave, but we went to the wrecks to explore anyways. Under the burnt remains of a picnic table, we found some bottled water. Those bottles were not in the best state, but their contents looked perfectly drinkable. In the trunk of the wrecked car, we found a fine, sharp axe. That vehicles must belong to the lumberjack or a serial killer, or both perhaps. We spotted some sort of vehicle just down the street, but we couldn't get a good enough look at it in the dark. Maybe future expeditions will prove more fruitful. Ted's hungry, he's tired, he's sick. Mary Jane's quite hungry. Dolores has no color left on her face. Okay, this is rough. This is pretty rough. This is rough. Alright, Ted's hungry. I could probably give him some food since he's sick. Mary Jane says she's hungry, but she could go to the 16th. And Timmy says he's hungry. Let's do the 16th for him too. Ted. You know, was Dolores hungry? I'm nervous for Dolores. That's not even mentioning the food or water. She may... R.I.P. You know what I mean? R.I.P. Sorry, Dolores. There's not much we can do. Let's do this. We can send Mary Jane out next. Last time we went on an expedition, we noticed an abandoned tank just sitting there in the open. It looks damaged, but it may contain useful supplies. Yeah, let's send Mary Jane. She hasn't gone out. You gotta do your part, Mary Jane. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no! No, Mary Jane, I'm sorry. Last thing we expected was a giant explosion. We can hear the debris falling from the sky and hitting the sad remains of our house. The tank must have been a booby trap to contain volatile explosives. Why did we do it? Why? I'm so sorry, Mary Jane. I'm so sorry. Ted's stomach's rumbling. He might be tired. Need to recover some strength. I'll give Ted some food and water. Dolores is doing rough. Timmy prefers juice. Okay, so Timmy, you'll be fine. You'll be okay, brother. You'll be okay. This is a good day to go outside. Dolores is rough. We'll send Timmy since he is like getting hungry, but he's also healthy. Let's do that. Get him out so I can save. And at least with Mary Jane gone, I can save on food and stuff. No, Dolores. Okay, we're in a pickle. We're in a situation. This is going to be the quickest run I've ever done. Oh, goodness. You know what? Brother, it's just you. No radio. I don't even think we're getting the cat. I don't even think we're getting the cat. This is rough. Oh, no. Knock at the door. I hope. There's one thing we need to do. It's the radio on a regular basis. Okay. Okay, he's tired and he's sick, so he'll be fine for now. Stranger pushing rusty wheelbarrows. I need... Oh, goodness. I'm not changing my flashlight for a thing of water. We're doing okay, especially with 2 people down. We don't need anything. What I really need is the guy to knock on the door with the cat. If the dad dies... Okay, good deal, Mr. Dad. You're pulling through. Recovered from his sickness. Ted needs water to survive. He can hold off on water until, let's say, the 21st. Alarm, there's a group of people outside, and they don't seem too friendly. We recognize some of them. They used to be our neighborhood watch. They don't sound concerned with the well-being of the neighborhood anymore. But they are very serious about angrily waving their flashlights. We need to do something before they break in and take everything we have. We'll use the padlock. We'll use the padlock. Okay, there's a knock at the door. I think. We didn't think that small padlock would stop them, but it turned out to be enough to discourage the unknown attackers. It seems they have gave this whole break-in a fair shot, but ultimately gave up and left. Too bad. That padlock is no shape to be used again. We need to think of other ways to fight off the bandits or other soup-hungry barbarians. Ted still hasn't recovered his energy. 1 foot in the grave. He needs a drink. We can do the 21st for Ted to get a drink, and he'll be all right. Open in the name of freedom, came the shout from the outside the door. We weren't sure who claimed to be representing freedom, but we could hear it was a group of people probably armed. Anyone who introduces himself like that are probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Man, I really need the cat. I really need the cat. I don't want to open the door to anybody else. I just want... What is it? It's the homeless guy with a bag, I think is what it is. We stayed inside until the group on the other side of the door went away. They didn't show up afterwards, so we figured it was a wise thing to do. Let's just hope they don't come back with greater numbers. Ted looks like he's got 1 foot. Yeah, we need to give him a drink. He can eat on the 23rd. Admiring the radioactive landscape, we saw a young woman dressed in ragged clothes coming. She had a nasty-looking rifle, but she held us in a polite enough manner. She claims to be a hunter tracking down mutated spiders. She ran out of ammo. I don't have ammo. I am sorry. If I had ammo, I'd probably give it up. I don't think I would mind. Because I think just waving the gun scares people off enough, so we don't really... And we got the axe. She hunts mostly for food. Clearly, she's uncivilized savage. I didn't say all that. Calm down. Chill out, please. Delicious soup is what decent people eat these days. We were not amused. Snooty about your soup, brother. Snooty about your soup. Okay, we'll give them soup. Today we made a bunch of people dressed in what looked like Halloween outfits. They claim to be moving from place to place, attempting to help those in the hazards of the wasteland. The problem is some of their supplies... You know what? I can give you water. I'm missing a couple people. I don't need it all. I think I'll be alright. I stocked up pretty big and lost 2 people pretty early. So we're set in stone at the moment. Alright. Timmy should have returned by now. Okay. Does this put us in... What do I do? I've never had 3 people die. So if I send him out, I won't get events. But I'm assuming it'll skip some days and he'll come back. We don't really need anything but the events right now. So we need to just skim through with just Ted. Let's see if we can sprint through this. I don't know. I've never had one person. There's one thing we need to do. It's to use the radio. I don't have a radio. Thirsty, hungry. We'll wait till the 25th. This is rough. We found a unsigned letter today. The stranger asked for help. Apparently there are a few survivors and grave supplies of needs. You know what? Yeah, let's just see where we can take this. Let's just do all the kind things we can and see what happens. No kids, dead wife. The authors of the note returned out to be twin siblings, a brother and a sister. They greeted us happily, took a small tent where they started handing out supplies. We brought to a small group of hungry survivors. Between them, there are people of all ages, including children and elderly, and even a mime. The siblings shook our hands and proclaimed this is the beginning of a new friendship. They promised to contact us again soon. Ted's stomach's rumbling. Okay, let's go ahead. Ted, go ahead and get your fill, brother. I ain't sending you out, though. We need the events. We got a visitor from a person today with physical mutation. He managed to grow several extra fully operated hands. He shared a story of his group with us. People from the deformities who, despite the circumstance, remained friendly and struggle to gather supplies. Wherever they go, people just shoo them away in fear of getting sick. He promised that if we gift them supplies, his group will help us get rid of bandits next time they bother us. We've got plenty. What do we have more of? Let's give a can of soup. We got to keep at least 4 of one or the other. That's all I know. Ted should be fine until like the 29th. Okay. I need another knock at the door. Ted's fine. He's just fatigued, which is okay. We can barely breathe in this damn shelter. For the last couple of hours, the situation is getting notably worse. There might be something wrong with the ventilation system. Maybe it's stuck. If that's the case, I'll use a flashlight. I don't know. See what happens when the ventilation's bad and it's stuffy with air. Ted's injured. Oh no. Oh goodness. The obvious thing to do when the vent is blocked is to check what's blocking it. However, when you shine your flashlight on a hive of mutated insects, the things usually go from bad to worse. The angry hive is gone, but the insects did biting before. Okay, so... Oh no. Sleazy looking tender carrying an equally... Okay, here's the bag. Okay, carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder, paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. Just for 1 can of soup, we can get a bag and its contents. See what's on the inside. The trader gave us an angry glance. Okay, yeah. Give the soup, get the cat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is what we were waiting for on day 28. We're solid. All right. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeches, hellish sounds, terrified. We backed up against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to be the angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. All right. Sherikov. All right. Okay, Ted. You just gotta survive, man. You just gotta survive. At breakfast, we heard a knock on the door. It was a man in a rather excessive number of arms. He told us his group is having a hard time finding supplies wherever they go. Okay. These folks would escort us on our next expedition. Okay. So I'm thinking... Should I do an expedition tomorrow to make sure? Okay, we're gonna do that. So we'll give them the soup. They'll do that. I'm gonna send him on an expedition. It'll skip some days. After the days, I should get an event. We relieved the man assured us that the condition is not contagious. We gladly took his offer, and we're looking forward to our next expedition. Okay, let's see if I can send him. Yes, I can. Oh, I should have marked it and sent him today. Oh, if he gets too sick. Okay. I'm getting nervous. They're going a little bit stir crazy and they need a med kit or something to calm down. I'm nervous. Bravely ignoring the symptoms, we try to get to the last hour of sleep. No luck. We're even more tired than we were before. And there are other problems we'll need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away or save us from the radiation sickness. Okay, Ted. Okay, we'll do that for Ted. I can't even send him. I can't even send him. Oh no. It's too late to send him now. It's too late to send him now. What do I do? While playing in the shelter, Sherikov stumbled upon that would have been nice to have earlier. A small wooden box that was hidden behind some loose bricks that contained a useless memorabilia and a can of bug spray. Okay. He's tired and fatigued. Okay, Ted can't go. I should have read that. That's what I did. I clicked this to send him out, but it literally says there's no way he can go out. I played myself is what I did. That's Ask for water. We had doubts about their identities, but no more. They came back today and gifted us some injections. We don't know what it was, but we already feel so much better. Good deal. I'm thinking that'll heal Ted. Please let it heal Ted. Calm down, Sherikov. Is he better? I think he's better. He doesn't have the bandage and stuff. Ted is still mighty tired and needs some rest. His injuries are all fixed. That is what we needed. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he's tired. I should mark this for when he's good. Sherikov is still a fresh addition to our little family, so we need to keep an eye on him. And believe it or not, just today we noticed something else on his collar. It seemed the metal plate with an address on it. Yes, we got to do that. We need to go to the address. We need to follow Sherikov. However we can to get the VIP. We grabbed our new fluffy friend, for a little stroll through the wastes, only to immediately run into a couple of gentlemen dressed in trench coats, fedoras, and shades. They gritted their teeth at the sight of the cat and said they'd been looking for it. Apparently it belonged to a dear old Nan, who loves it dearly. Before we could utter another word, they took Sherikov, thanked us, and left. The cat didn't seem to mind, so maybe it's for the best. Okay, he's tired, he's thirsty. I can't give any more water. I cannot give any more water. I can't send him on that either. He needs rest. Okay, knock at the door. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what is happening. Ted is hungry. Ted is still slightly tired and needs more time to recover. That's perfectly fine. He needs a drink of water. Okay, I'm going to let him go one more day. I'm going to mark this. Hopefully he's not fatigued tomorrow and I can send him out. Twin siblings paid us a visit. We don't have a map, so we can't give them anything. They're running out of space in their tent, so they're traveling through the city looking for a good spot to make a camp. I don't have a map where I probably would. I'd prefer to do the VIP and not the twins. Let's see what we got. If we had a map, we definitely would share it with them. True. We apologize and send them on their way. Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. He needs a drink. Ted is hungry. Okay, he's still tired. Dang, Ted, get some rest, brother. I can't send him yet, so on to the next day. Kitty, kitty. All right, let's. To our surprises, we found Shirkoff back at our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how, but it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates, our kind hearts, our optimism, or just our stockable of soup cans? Only time will tell. His stomach's rumbling. Okay, let's give it another day for Ted to eat. We are getting a little bit low. He's still tired for the expeditions. We'll schedule one in case he's better, but no radio. That's fine. We need the men in black, man. We need the men in black. Day 37. Ted is hanging in there. We need to use the radio on a regular basis to catch an emergency broadcast. If I had one. You know what, Ted? Give you some food. Give you some food. Let's see what's going on here. Ted's still weak as hell. I'm gonna try using Dolores next time. Ted seems... I say that and then I look over at her and she is just exhausted. Look at her. I say I'm gonna use Dolores next time because Ted is too weak and tired, but freaking A, she is not doing much better. Ted's stomach's rumbling, still tired. Didn't I just give him food? I can't give him water. I genuinely need those. There's no way we can send him out in his current state. I'll set it up just in case. When we opened the bunker door this morning, we let some fresh radioactive air. Discovered a small suitcase on our door. There was a note on it. Neighborhood seemed empty. Should we take a look? You know what? I could genuinely use some more water for Ted. I'm gonna hope for the best. Hope for the best. I got bullets and a can of soup. Okay, it's something. Okay, so bullets in a can of soup. That's not bad. Ted's stomach's rumbling. I'll feed him tomorrow. Ted, I can't give you the water, man. Actually, I can't give you the water. Buddy, you're putting me in a predicament, man. You're putting me in a predicament. You're thirsty, but you can't have it because we need it. Oh man, I think I have to. I think I genuinely have to give him some water that I need. They're gonna show up tomorrow. Watch. I'm gonna be so frustrated. What the hell are those sounds? Are those coming from the goddamn walls? They're driving us crazy. Something crawling in the air vents. Relax. Take a deep breath. We should probably calm down before we start tearing them down. Maybe try something relaxing for a bit. Okay, we'll do that. I need water, dude. Kitty cat, I hear ya. I know. Let's see. Having some fun made us forget about... What was it again? You're good. Don't worry about it. Just fed you, Ted. Stop being fat. He's no longer thirsty, but... Now we're... Man. I'll go ahead and schedule it. A loud crash, surprise shriek. Bit of debris falling from the ceiling. Truly. Recipe for a good start of the day. As it turns out, Sherkoff found a new toy. Bit of innocuous wire that's ripped out of the wall. Who knows what the... but our lights are still on, so it can't be that important, right? Should we... Okay. Let's do it. I believe this is part of it. I can't remember. I believe this is part of it. We followed the wire outside and found burnt out truck with two surprised gentlemen inside. Surrounded by an array of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Were they listening to us in our shelter? Their feeble excuse about roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows you can't have picnics here. And the car had no wheels. Ted's hungry, might be tired, needs to recover his strength. Ted, brother, sleep, man. Sleep. I genuinely need you to go out and get water or we're going to be screwed, man. We're going to be screwed. We got to get some more supplies. Ted's stomach's rumbling. Energy still hasn't recovered. Let's just give him some food. No condition to go outside. We'll stock him up anyways. I mean, we already gave him that. Is he thirsty too? Yeah, just give him everything and let's see if he'll rest, man. And we'll prep for this and hopefully we can get another water. Oh, we're in a situation here. We're in a if only you can mix and match, but you can't. It says you need at least 4 food or at least 4 water. One of the two. There's one thing we need to do. It's use the radio. Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. Tired, hungry. We'll give him another water because we need him to not be fatigued. We need him to not be fatigued, bro. Knock at the door. Let's see what we got. Mutant giving us 10 cases of water and 10 cases of food. Ted's rested. Thank you. Thank you, Ted. Oh my goodness. What? Yeah, we could take the risk. We have to. Agents who are spying on us, explain this stuff. Yeah, let's hear them out. I think they're going to request some stuff. This is where we have one shot. One moment. We can't let it slip. They briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of our faces. Told us their top secret government mission. The wiretap wasn't to spy on us, but rather on the cat, suspected of being a Soviet agent. They're willing to let us into their super top secret government safe house if we help them with some of their top secret missions. They assured us that they'd contact us again with more details. Might as well give them some water. We're gonna send Ted out. Bro, don't let me down, Ted. The mutants will help you. But don't let me down, man. Do not let me down. I need you to go out there. Ted? No! Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. When we came back to the shelter, we couldn't get in, and all we could hear was chanting and prayers. Apparently, someone thought it would be a good idea to turn our home into their prayer house. Dang it, surviving the apocalypse is no easy task. We can tell you that much. We held out for however many days. Oh, that's rough. What? Who is this homeless guy? This ain't... Man. That's rough. That's rough. You were driven away. I don't know if I've ever been driven away before. Let me check something. How long did we have there? 37? You know what? I think I'm gonna... Okay, let me know, you guys. See, whenever I'm in this situation, it hit 40 minutes. It's one solid run. If this is something you know, hopefully you enjoy the content and you subscribe and leave a comment, like anything that helps, really. And I hope you come back. But let me ask you, if you made it this far, leave a comment to let me know. In this situation that I only made 40 minutes, right, of time, and I finished a run, should I play a second run for you guys? Would you like that? Would you like me to do 2 runs in a row to try to get over an hour of time? Do you think this was long enough content for you? I enjoy long form content myself personally. I watch a lot of long form content, so that's why I enjoy. I want to make it, and hopefully I can get somewhere with it to do it full time for your entertainment. But would that be something you're interested in? Me making 2 runs to make up for the time, or do you think one solid run with 40 minutes is that enough? You know, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Give me some advice on how I can improve, what games you'd like to see. Anything like that, really. I'm welcome to all the criticism. You can just let me know I suck if you like. I genuinely don't mind. It won't hurt my feelings any. I know over time I'll improve. It's a skill. And, you know, and I'm hoping I improve. I hope you enjoy it as well. So either way, like, subscribe, like I said, all that. Goodbye.